Howdy everyone, it's Sebastian. How are you doing? How is my crew? What is going on? I am super stoked today to be coming at you with yet another surprise Sea of Thieves video, and this time we are going to be talking about all the different chest types that you might encounter throughout your adventures on Sea of Thieves, because after all, gold is crucial. It's basically what everyone is after, and there are a bunch of different chest types, so let's get into it. First things first, what you need to know is that I'm getting all this information off of the Sea of Thieves Gamepedia, which will be linked in the description below, so make sure you go check that out. Basically, a treasure chest is, as we all know, something that has gold, and it's something you strive to find and dig up in your adventures when you have quests or whatever. But there is as we know, there are 6 different chest types, and they all have different things and all have different values. So we'll start off with the basic. The Castaway's chest is the lowest treasure chest. It returns about 40 to 60 gold, and that's it. That's just the basic kind of chest variable that you can find. It's pretty common. Then the next up is the Seafarer's chest, which returns between 50 and 120 gold, and it's a little bit of a step up. It's a little bit more valuable than the Castaway, but still not very valuable. The next one we have is the Marauder's treasure chest, and that one's about a mid-value treasure chest. It's approximately 100 gold, can go up, but it looks a little bit sleeker, looks nicer. It's a little bit less common. And then we have the Captain's treasure chest, which is by far the most valuable treasure chest in the game. It returns 300 to 450 gold, and that's just approximate, but tons of gold. If you find one of these, you're in luck. You want to keep that safe. Now, those are 4 treasure chests that are just normal. They're what you'd think they'd be. They just have gold in them. But so far, we know of 2 other kinds of treasure chests that are cursed. And this is part of the reason why I'm making this video, because these are 2 incredibly cool treasure chests, and I'd save them for the last because I think they're just so interesting, and I think that cursed treasure chests is a brilliant idea, and who knows what other kinds of treasure chests there could be besides these 2. So the first one is the chest of 1,000 grogs. Now, what you need to know is that it returns 140 to 160 gold, so a pretty decent amount. You're going to want to keep this, but when you pick it up, the carrier actually acts drunk, and like insanely drunk. In the game, we already know you can get drunk by drinking tons of grog, and it inverts your controls and just does whole kind of wacky thing. It does a visual aesthetic too, but when you pick up this treasure chest, it accentuates that. Like, it incredibly, like, it goes exponential. The amount you feel drunk during this while you're carrying it, you're going to want to get rid of it as fast as possible, and you're going to want to have someone protect you while you're stumbling along to get up the ship and drop it, because it's really cool, but it's also incredibly difficult to navigate your way through Sea of Thieves while you're carrying it. And the last kind of treasure chest that we know of is called the Chest of Sorrows. Now, it looks really cool. It's 300 plus gold, so you're going to want to keep this. But what actually happens is it cries and it fills your ship with water. So if you put this on your ship, you're gonna want to have a few people bailing all the time, because the lower decks will be filled up with water. And I think it's a good strategy to put this on the top deck so that you know if it's crying, because if you leave it at the bottom, then you're not gonna know, and you might hear it cry, but you might hear it later than you would if you left it on the top. So basically, this chest is lethal, and you could potentially drown because of it. Your ship could sink because of it, and I think that's really cool. It's obviously very uncommon. These 2 cursed chests aren't super common, but the Chest of Sorrow is more interesting of the 2. And that's all there is for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think? Comment down below. What kind of chests do you think we could see potentially in later updates of Sea of Thieves? What other kinds of curses could there be? Do you like these? They're very cool. What's your favorite chest? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a blast. I'll see you in the next video.
Yes, I like the rhymes.
All of us are born with the miraculous ability to determine the direction from which sounds approach us.
Let us venture into new and uncharted land.
People get shook up, when I'm introduced as God.